Hey guys, welcome back to GWN. I'm Noctar, your host. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below, help us build the channel up, and hit the little bell so you know when I post a new video. So, I'm only really just now starting to get into Builder Base this season. I haven't been playing it very much because I've been more focused on the home village. Oh lordy man, I have gotten like millions upon millions of resources on the home village, and took my main game up into Legends and got all kinds of stuff upgraded. It's been wild. But with this season being almost, midway through, I decided I'm going to work on base designs rather than pushing. And I asked the guys down at Oz Builders to throw up some of their better attacks, and I started looking through them for what might be some interesting bases. And this first one in particular was really interesting. I'm not quite sure what this player was going for. I'm thinking maybe pathing, trying to kind of funnel the troops into defenses maybe. But it doesn't work too well, and this, I think, is the problem that we have on the builder base with base design. It's, well, in a way it's a creativity issue, but it's not a creativity issue for the individual players. It's for the game's design itself. Two big issues we've got. Wall chunks, 5-piece wall chunks. This is so limiting to base design that your structures, the layouts are just restricted. The second thing, of course, being that we don't have a lot of buildings yet at Builder Hall 8, so, there's just so much that you can really do. It's not like the home village where we've got a gazillion buildings, we're busting at the seams, and they actually had to redo the game grid and increase its size a couple of years ago to be able to accommodate it. But I really think the biggest problem is those wall chunks. And because of that, we're limited to 5 different basic designs. There's diamonds, sidewinders, which are just a type of diamond on its side, brackets, which are a type of box, and then box, and then, of course, asymmetrical bases. And each one of the bases has its strengths and weaknesses, and you can come up with variations on each, but in the end, they're still basically the same thing. And where you're really going to be strong with the base design itself to make things unique. Obviously, the layout itself will be unique, so the way the walls are placed is definitely unique. But we all know that walls can very easily be taken out of the equation using bombers, right? So the other 3 big things are hidden defenses, high and low hit point structure placement, and defensive placement. I'm going to talk about each one as we go here. We'll start off with hidden defenses. Now, yesterday, I posted a video with a bunch of 3 plays. These are all, max or near max bases, and they're getting 3 stars against them. And obviously, we've got great attackers, so that's a huge factor. But the other aspect of that is where hidden defenses are, because just one hidden defense placed just right is all it takes to completely and totally ruin any attack. And each one of these things that I'm going to talk about here will determine, combined, just how high a percentage a better attacker is going to get against you. Now, hidden defenses, you've got the hidden Teslas, mines and mega mines, and both push traps and spring traps. What can they do? Well, watch any of these replays and you'll see what they can do to an attack. If a bomb goes off and there just happens to be a cluster of cannon carts there and they all get wiped out, well, that attack is seriously crippled. If a hidden Tesla pops up and starts to zap things early on in the attack because maybe somebody used a push trap to throw something into it, that will slow down the attack's overall progress. So, these kinds of things are huge to determining whether you're looking at a 3-star, an 85% 2-star, or 75% 2-star, or all the way down to even a 1-star. I've had lots of attacks that have been just completely and totally blown out of the water because I misjudged where a hidden Tesla was versus a mega bomb or mega mine. And that's one of the things that you really need to look at as you do your attack. You see the 2x2 spaces. There's a very good possibility there's a mega mine or a hidden Tesla there, but what's more likely to be which? Is it going to be the hidden Tesla? In which case, you can deal with it, especially if you're running something with, say, Rage Barbarians. Or is it going to be a mega mine that's going to wipe out 3 of your cannon carts, right? So, hidden defense is definitely a huge factor in just how high a percentage will go. Next thing, high and low hit point structures. Now, this one's a lot more subtle, shall we say. If you put a high hit point structure in just the right place, it will slow down the attack so that troops can be pummeled by the defenses that are further in toward the middle. But if you use a low hit point structure, they're going to chew right through it and go straight into the defenses very quickly. And the other benefit of a low hit point structure is that it will actually divide troops. If they happen to have a little bit on the left, a little bit on the right, and maybe there's a building a little bit closer on the right-hand side, all of a sudden the ones on the left will go off to the left and the ones on the right go to the right, and before you know it, you've actually carved up the attack into two separate streams that are much easier to deal with. Probably the strongest aspect of a lot of attacks, especially things like Reach Barbarians, is the way that it overwhelms your defenses very quickly, very selectively. So splitting them up is a big, big plus for your defensive strength. Now the last thing, of course, is the defensive placement, where you actually put the defenses. And we talked a lot about this as we critique the attacks. If you have, say, air bombs, and you put them right on the very edge of the base, well, somebody's going to hit you very quickly with a minion drops or a shimmy and take out those air bombs, tanking with the drop ships so that their beta minions can go straight in and knock them down. If you spread your firecrackers out too much, then the offensive line of the beta minions is going to be able to take them down pretty easily because you don't get that that double up, that crossfire that you get from them being reasonably close together. If you put your giant cannon out there to where it's very easily accessible, well, it's going to go down early, and then they're going to drop their battle machine, and you're really not going to have any strong defense against the battle machine. These are all different aspects of how the placement of the individual defenses will determine just how quickly an attack can move through your base and what's going to survive to get into that, juicy core in the middle. The biggest difference, I think, in the attacking on the builder base versus the home village is the fact that we can change our army composition at the very last moment. You've got all that time to really analyze a base, to figure out exactly what its strengths and weaknesses are, maybe figure out where the mega mines and the hidden Teslas most likely are located and so forth. That time allows you to come up with a very specific attack strategy. Now, you might use one of the generic strats, like, say, a shimmy or a jibok or whatever. Or you might do what some of the higher level players are doing these days, come up with a very customized attack where you take out this particular section with these troops and that particular section with those troops and then the rest of it with what's left over. Either way, that extra time makes all the difference. And you have to account for as many different things as you can in your defensive layouts to accommodate what may be a unique attack strategy. So there you have it, some of my thoughts on base designs as we're getting closer into the middle part of the season. I'm working on new bases. You guys will probably end up seeing them in some of the replays eventually, and I might end up putting one or two of them up as I put out the episodes. Thanks a lot for sticking around to the end of the video. Comments, questions down below. Feel free to email me, gamingwithnock@gmail.com. I respond to all emails and all comments. Y'all take care now and keep on clashing. Bye-bye.